What's up everybody? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great today and I'm super excited to share this video with you. I'm going to be sharing with you a tip that has really helped me feel more accomplished, be more optimistic about the future, and know that what I'm doing is exactly what I want to be doing, and just feeling good about my progression. So if you are feeling like you're a little bit stuck or you don't really know what it is that you're wanting to do, or maybe you're doing something you're head on but you're just not sure if that's what you want to do, this is something that's really going to help you with that. It's actually a concept that I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk, and I also wanted to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel. I'm getting close to 100 subscribers, which to me is awesome. I'm super excited to reach that point and grow from there. So if you like this stuff, give my video a like, subscribe. It means a lot to me if you subscribe and like my videos. So I'm gonna get back to this tip, but first I'm gonna go to the gym real quick. All right, let's have a little talk. So this is something that I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk, or Gary Vee. He's a huge business guy, big into social media, just a very all-around successful guy. And if you haven't seen him before, he's the kind of guy that's gonna kick you in the butt. He's gonna let you know what you're doing wrong without holding back at all. And by watching his videos and watching his content, you're gonna realize what you're doing wrong. You're gonna realize how your mindset is wrong, and he's gonna help you change it. So I highly recommend checking him out. I'll link his channel down below so that you can check him out. But this is something, like I said, that has totally changed my life. It's changed my perspective on how to prepare for the future. It's changed my perspective on what I want to do and what I want to accomplish in life. And I'm hoping that this can help you take a step back and realize what you want to accomplish, and analyze what you're doing at this current moment and check to see if that's really what you want to do or if you're reaching your full potential. Okay, so what he says is to not write your future in a permanent marker. Let me explain. So here I have permanent marker, right? A Sharpie. And right here I have a whiteboard. There we go. So I've got a whiteboard right here, right? You're not supposed to use these Sharpies on the whiteboard, but for the sake of this experiment, I'm gonna write it on here. Okay. So a lot of times when we decide what we want to be, what we want to do, a lot of times that happens when we're maybe like a senior in high school. We're kind of deciding what we want to do, or we get into college, and the first year of college or so we say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to become, let's just say, an engineer. You know, maybe I'm good at math or this or that. So you say, you know what, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to become an engineer. And a lot of you, including myself, I've done this before, we kind of write that future in a permanent marker. And we go to school, we study, we do all the things that you need to do to become an engineer. And we kind of put these blinders on. And I'm not saying that it's bad to stay focused. You have to stay focused and you have to commit in order to have any kind of success and to get anything done. But what's bad is that when certain things come up and you start realizing that maybe this isn't for you, or maybe there's something out there that, one, you're way better at, two, you can impact a lot more people, and three, you would enjoy, maybe it would help you be with your family more, maybe it would help you help other people throughout the whole world because of this thing that you're really good at. When those things start coming up and you've written your future in a permanent marker, you're blinded to those. You're blinded. And what this can do is this can make you miss out on tons of opportunities. And not only that, but you're not even going to know that these opportunities came up because all you care about is what you wrote in your, in permanent marker when you were in high school or beginning of college. The problem with that also is when you decide these things, a lot of times you are inexperienced, you lack knowledge. You lack knowledge of what your true talents are. You don't know a lot of the time what you're truly gifted at. So one thing that Gary Vee teaches, and I'm a big believer of, is self-awareness. You need to be self-aware of what your strengths are. Being self-aware is going to help you find those opportunities. When a really big opportunity comes to you, by being self-aware, one, you're going to recognize it, and two, you're going to be able to take a step back, take those blinders off, and think to yourself, is this something that I can do? Is this something that I should do? But a lot of times, because we have our future written in a permanent marker, we are only looking at that, and we can't erase that and reevaluate what we want to do. So let's say an opportunity does come up, but what's hard about permanent markers is, I've got an eraser on here. The permanent marker doesn't erase, right? It doesn't come off, or at least it's really hard to get off. And that's, once you've put in a lot of effort, a lot of power, a lot of struggle and sacrifice into something that you originally thought was a good idea, or originally thought back, years ago was going to help you and you were going to enjoy, it is super hard to let go of that, to erase it and restart. But it can be done, and all you have to do is you need to work hard, you need to work smart, you need to be creative about it so that you can find the positives of what you've done and use that to propel you on a new path. Like, say for example, I've got a dry erase marker right here, and by studying and learning about how I can redirect myself, you think of different ways that you can reroute your path and start a new path. And by going over top of this with this dry erase marker, something as simple as that, and then getting your eraser, look, it's erasing right away. So by working hard and studying and finding those ways that may be, not what you were expecting, but finding ways to redirect yourself and start going in the way that you truly believe is going to make you happier, and you're going to feel more fulfilled and be able to live up to your full potential. There are ways that you can, erase that permanent marker and start going on another path. And even when you do that, again, be self-aware. Don't write that in a permanent marker. Rewrite it with something that, if need be, you leave yourself open for new opportunities. Like I said, you still need to commit. You need to go all in on your new ideas and your new path, but at the same time, stay aware of your surroundings. Some of the most successful people in the world didn't get onto the path that led them to their success or wealth or whatever it is that they were looking for until, maybe their late 20s or their 30s or 40s even. But the difference between them and other people is that they kept their eyes open. They were self-aware and aware of their surroundings, and when opportunities came, they took them. And what you don't see is that they've been doing that their whole lives. They've been trying all different kinds of things, just like dating. You're trying this, trying that. You're kind of exploring and figuring out what works for you and what doesn't. And if you think that you're going to just find, one thing that you want to do, say engineer or an artist, or I've even seen NFL players that get into the NFL and they are completely miserable, but that's just what they decided they wanted to do. But when they got out and tried some other things, they found something that they truly loved, and it changed their life. So if you think that the first thing that you decide to do is going to be the right thing, you need to step back and realize that it takes more than that. It takes more tries. It takes being self-aware and catching on to these opportunities to really live out your full potential. So I am personally implementing this in my life every day, and I'm keeping my eyes open. I love to try new things. Right now, I am really liking videography, and I'm starting to fall in love with it. And maybe that will be the thing that I kind of take off and run with. But at the same time, I'm being self-aware. I'm being very conscious of my future with this, and if it's something that I want to continue with, if it's something I want to take this route, whether I want to film weddings or corporate work or more creative film type work. I'm being very careful about what I'm doing because I'm keeping my options open and grabbing onto opportunities as they come to me, as well as actively searching for opportunities. So I highly recommend that you all take a step back, view what you're doing, view what that has entailed for your future, and just understanding that you can get on a different path if you need to. It is hard to do, but I've said this before and I truly believe it. It's better to be in chapter 1 of a book that you really, really love than to be in like chapter 20 of a book that you absolutely hate and are miserable with. So with that being said, I hope you've learned something. I hope you're inspired to kind of take a step back and assess what you're doing. And if this video helped you, give it a like, comment down below with any opinions or ideas that you have, and subscribe for more content. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you in the next video.